Hello friends, I hope you're doing great and welcome to today's next YouTube video. And today we're going to talk about love, but not just any love, self-love, guys. My favorite topic to generally talk about. If you don't know me, I'm really passionate about self-love, talking about inner growth, talking about loving yourself, accepting yourself, dealing with insecurities, especially led through society making us feel uncomfortable or unworthy or whatever. Talking about self-love, guys, this hairstyle is totally new to me, and that's why it probably looks messy. Like, it does look cute, but also I'm not vibing with it yet, but just, you know, it had its purpose why I actually chose this hairstyle for this topic. Alright guys, so what do we think about this one? Well, definitely something else, but it's okay. So let's work with this. Alright then, self-love. Self-love, guys, is so mandatory. Oh, it's great that people share their self-care routines, self-love routines, whatever, but in order to make things or to establish something in your life, you actually have to make it a habit. So I'm going to share a few habits you can use, a few that I already use to implement in your everyday life. So the first habit is journaling, and each and every one just has a different relationship to journaling and just writing in general. If I suggest that people should journal, if they have mental health issues, for example, it's a hard thing for them because, you know, getting yourself to actually pull out a notebook and just write everything down, all your feelings and all that, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. So if journaling, for example, isn't your thing, then you can also, for example, I don't know, take your phone and just record, because the thing or the intention behind it is to let everything that is inside of you, all the grief, all the hurt emotions, everything, and your thoughts, of course, to just let them out. Because if you don't, for example, journal, you are keeping them inside. And another way is to, for example, just record your whatever you're feeling and just let yourself talk, because it is so therapeutic to just let everything that you're going through innerly out. So again, take your phone, for example, just hit the record button and just talk and let everything out that you're going through. If you want to listen to it, then it could be like your diary in that case, like your journal in that case, because you can always come back to it and just listen to it and like also measure your progress. Let's talk about finding out what we're passionate about, because y'all, I know we struggle with that one. So many people struggle with finding out what they're actually passionate about. And I feel that like it's not easy, because oftentimes we think that our passion, for example, is something that happened or developed in our childhoods. Like our passion was to become a teacher one day, or a nurse or whatever, and now becoming adults, we're like, I actually don't know what I really want to do in life. One method that really helped me to find out what my passions are, and I believe that we just don't have one passion, you can actually have many passions, really help you find out what your passion is Ikigai. So let me read it out to you. Ikigai is a Japanese word for describing the pleasures and meanings of life. Iki means to live, and gai, reason. This philosophy helps to find out what makes lives of individuals worth living. So it covers 4 areas, and I'm just going to blend in a picture here. Well, the first is what you love. The first circle is what you love. The next one, what you're good at. The next one, what the world needs. And the last one, what you can get paid for. Now, when you combine these, because you see that the circles are intersect in each other, and if you actually combine, like for example, the top one with the right one, then it would be your passion. equals what you love and what you're good at. The next one would be your profession, for example, so what you can be paid for and what you're good at. The next one, your mission, what you love and what the world needs. And the last one, your vocation, so what you can be paid for and what the world needs. And I just find that this graphic sums up perfectly how you can actually find out what you really want, what you're passionate about, and what you can actually monetize. Like literally, you can actually find out how you can monetize your passion, which is honestly the best thing ever. My friends, you have to know I'm not a believer of working at a job you don't want to work at because, you know, society tells us to do so. I'm a firm believer that if you have a passion that you want to pursue, that you can actually live out of this. The Ikigai method really helped me. There's also a book on it, and I'm definitely going to link it down below in the description box so you can read it. I haven't read it yet, but I've watched a ton of videos on the Ikigai, read a ton of articles, and yeah, it just really gave me a good glimpse of the actual method, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to read the book anytime soon. So the next habit is eating well. Guys, I know it's hard, you know? It's hard because especially as soon as you just go into the supermarket, on this row all the sweets, and on this row all the temptations of food that really isn't good or meant for our bodies, but it's just there. And all the healthy stuff, all the things that aren't, you know, poison, for example, just my way of thinking, are very expensive or just non-existent in the supermarket. So if you want to like eat very well, it's really hard to actually get, you know, clean food, and it's also, as I said, very expensive. Though you can still find ways to actually eat healthy and treat your body the way it deserves and give your body the nutrition it needs. And you can do that by, for example, planning out meals a week ahead, a few days ahead. And what I'm doing, for example, I had the struggle of eating healthy for breakfast. Like when I'm at home, I'm actually eating healthy. I just have my regular meals, but when I'm at work and didn't have time to prepare anything, then I just run to the bakery and just get some pastry because, you know, it's fast and easy and tastes good. But long-term thinking, if you just realize what the food is actually doing with my body, I just realized, nope, okay, it has to end, because just, you know, I was breaking out and I literally didn't even feel well as soon as I ate up. You just have to know that I'm also lactose intolerant, so if I eat something with dairy, guys, you know, my stomach just goes wild. And even though I'm aware of it, sometimes I still go to the bakery and get a pastry because, you know, it's just easy, like everything fast food paced in this time. What I'm doing now instead is just taking cereals with me and a bowl and oat milk and all that, so I don't have any excuses. So if you want it, guys, you can make it happen. It's just a small example of how I do it, but I'm also getting there, you know, because honestly our bodies deserve good nutrition. Everything is connected. What you put into your body, you fuel yourself. It's literally a fuel in your body. So if you fuel yourself each day with unhealthy things, for example, things that contain a lot of sugar or a lot of oils, fat, whatever. There's a saying in this, I guess so, but the way, like, what you eat is what your mood is. What you put in your body is how you will actually feel. So if you feed yourself with unhealthy things, you will feel unhealthy mentally and of course physically. To have a balanced, clean eating, then you'll also feel it in your body, in your like spirit and all that. The next habit, my friends, prioritize enough sleep. You know, this is always a topic. If I suggest anyone to just get enough sleep, go to bed early, they're like, you know, at this time where I should actually go to sleep, which would be healthy for my body, that's where the fun begins. And I'm like, you know, what am I doing? Like, I'm aware it's not that cool to go to bed at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. But, you know, because all the exciting shit happens at night. But you have to think about it in this way. If you don't get enough sleep over a long period of time, then you'll just feel drained all the time. And this is just a chain effect. You feel drained, and then you aren't able to pursue anything that you really want to. Then you're moody, and then these like lazy decisions also lead to you developing unhealthy or like bad habits, for example. Sleep is so important, and I'm learning about the importance of sleep each time. And I'm really actually very interested in sleep in general. So I don't know, I'm going to read a few things about it and just come back talking to you about the importance of sleep, what happens when we sleep, and why we should really prioritize at least 7 to 8 hours sleep per night. And also to those folks who sleep longer than 9 hours, so for example like 10 to 12 hours, you know, that's also too much. You know, you can go to this extreme or to this extreme, but let's just stay in the middle, 7 to 9 hours, really fully recover. Next habit is treating yourself. Yeah, I know, this should really become a freaking habit, because we are so used to put ourselves in the back, but that is not happening anymore, so come forward. I'm just kidding. Okay, but it's about time that we take care of our body, mind, and soul. And by taking time or treating yourself, I mean doing things that you might be thinking is over the top, or you know, just unnecessarily spending money on, for example, getting a massage or doing a facial, or going to a theater or to a museum, whatever. Treat yourself, because if you don't do it, nobody else will. That is the thing, and you just really need it, because you have to take care of yourself. You are the one person that knows yourself the best. You'll know, even though if you don't have a close relationship to yourself, what makes you happy, like what makes you happy and how you can treat yourself. So yeah, but also make it a healthy treating yourself, you know, like not, oh okay, I'm not feeling that well, so I'm just going to get ice cream and forget about the pain or whatever. That is unhealthy, so I wouldn't advise you to do that, but also do it in masses. Just go with your feeling, go with your intuition, whatever. If you're, for example, financially at a point where you just don't want to treat yourself that much because, for example, you're saving for a long-term goal, that is okay, but still find a few coins to treat yourself, because you're working so hard. So why shouldn't you treat yourself now already? Because honestly, you don't know if you're still going to live tomorrow, and that is the thing that we always shut off. You know, we aren't confronted with death at all in our society, like in the Western world. Death is just something that all of a sudden happens and really just rips the floor out of our feet. But death is still present. Death is all around us. It's like part of life. If you're like constantly trying to save up for something, or say, okay, I'm going to treat myself, yeah, like next week or whatever, do it now, because honestly, you're living now, you're in the present. Stop always being in the future. It doesn't make sense. So if you feel like getting a massage now, do it. Just do it, guys. Just do it, Nike. And the last habit, guys, is practice self-forgiveness and adopt a learning and abundance mindset. So yeah, this one is really important actually, because we are so confronted with our failures. Talking about failures, have you seen my latest video on the importance of failures? I thematize the importance of failure and why failure is the best teacher you could ever have. And even though people hate failing, it's really important, it's really necessary. So yeah, check the video out, but after watching this video. So practice self-forgiveness. Why? Because we tend to hold grudges against ourselves, and we oftentimes, you know, some people like to brush things off or play it cool, like it doesn't bother them, but still, you know, we have a soul, and our soul soaks everything in that we experience and our environment and all that. So even though you think that things don't actually bother you or don't come as close to you as, for example, very empathetic people, you still soak it in. I encourage you to practice self-forgiveness, because if you hold grudges, you just hold yourself back on receiving far more great things, guys. You are holding yourself back to receive, like, for example, love, peace, money, whatever, all the good things, because you think you're unworthy of it. And that's also a mindset shift. So that's why you should also adopt a learning mindset and a abundance mindset. A learning mindset in that case, that you just understand that everything that you experience is a lesson from God, from the universe, to yourself to live on this planet. And the abundance mindset is for you to just understand that everything on this earth is abundant. We don't have to think that everything is in limits, that every resource that we want is in limit, and that's how people are so, you know, greedy in some situations and don't really celebrate people's success, because they think, oh no, this person succeeded means that my success will not be happening anymore, or I have less a chance to also be successful. And that is literal bullshit, because, you know, everything on earth is abundance. Everyone who thinks that you have to actually fight for the things that you really want, do so, but don't take it from a standpoint that, oh, if you don't fight for it, somebody else will get it. Because it is our birthright to actually get everything we want, what we really truly desire, and just forget that it's limited, guys. It's just another lie that certain groups of people tell us, you know. Now, before ending this video, I want to challenge you guys. So, we're so good at talking about things we're bad at, so bad at talking about things we're good at. So, I challenge you to write a list about things that you like or love about yourself. If you just notice something great about yourself, write it down. Just maybe open up your notes on your phone and write it down. So you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could really take something out of this and implement it into your everyday lives. If you really resonated with something, then let me know in the comments which habit, for example, you resonated most with and what you actually plan on approaching. Okay, until next time then, guys. Bye.